What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you tune into the channel and check out the content. And with that being said, man, I want to speak on this interview that that Cam Newton had with this young lady, Cristina Mackey, right? And my purpose for going over this interview and reacting to it is not to like criticize Christina Mackey. It's to like put it in a different perspective, like her ideas and her about relationships in a different perspective, right? People will do things over and over and they expect different results. Like they continuously try the same things over and over and expect a different result. When I think what people should do sometime is most of the time, like if it don't work the first time, then really I think you should basically try something else or take a different approach or have a different perspective to it, right? And so that's my purpose for reacting to this video that Christina Mackey did, well, this interview that she did with Cam Newton, right? And so I'm going to play a clip from the video and then I'm going to react to the clip and probably just break it up as it go along. But with that being said, I'm going to start it. Then I'm going to stop the interview at certain points so I can add my commentary.
Laughter, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Talk about it later, but
Through that time, laughter couldn't keep y'all together. So what was something that you was realizing like, yo, this may not be the situation for me?
I think that a boss like that needs someone to sit down. Sit down. Go be in his life and sit down. Sit down. Have a great life. Be on the jet. Laugh. Sit down. Don't do too much.
What do you mean?
All right, so I'm gonna stop it right there, right? So, and some women may see it like that, and they may take offense to, like, say if a guy has a career and he's able to provide in the way that the woman wants him to provide, and so she's saying sit down and basically stay out the way, but the way a man may see it, they may see it as like that's not what this relationship need. The man may see it as like people have different roles within that relationship. Whereas though, and you'll find out later on in this video, like she wanted a larger role. She's looking more so the way she described it, more so as a she wanted to have a different role within that relationship. So let me continue this interview.
Don't do too much.
Don't do too much. I'm doing too much. I'm here. I'm in this city. I'm getting hosting. I'm getting booking. I'm writing a book. I have an app. I'm working out. I'm working out with celebrity men. I'm doing all these cool things. You're doing too much. You're getting too much attention, right? And these are not his words. This is not something he insinuated on me. This is an observation I made as being in the seat.
Yes.
Sit down, Christina. Like, you're doing too much. I'm trying to record a song. Stop. We're not recording right now. What? Nigga, yes, I am. And I'm that kind of girl. I don't need a man to, that's what we were talking about earlier, to full circle. I don't need a man to come in my life and you're not my daddy.
All right. So again, I think right here is like she is not like she wants a career too. And I think it's nothing wrong with a she has dreams and aspirations that she want to pursue. And I think that is not ain't nothing wrong with that if it's agreed upon between both parties, right? And that's, I think, in my opinion, that's the main reason, one of the main reasons that they're not still together is because she had dreams and aspirations, which I said, it's not wrong, but it's something that he didn't want in that relationship, and so that's why it didn't work. And sometimes women don't really, they think they can have both, And then a lot of times it don't work because it's like you have two different worlds. You know, she's pursuing her career, her dreams and her aspirations, and he's pursuing his career, his dreams and aspiration. His dreams and his career is large enough to take care of like all her financial needs, but it's not what she want as far as like her dreams and stuff like that. She want to be able to have her own. And so that's where communication and the understanding might, you know, needs to be had. All right, let me get back to this.
You're not my father. I'm not a child.
But there's a lot of contradiction that's coming with what you're saying now.
How?
Because you started this conversation early on with saying a man being an alpha makes you feel confident in hushing.
An alpha man doesn't mute your success.
Knowing what you know now, would you date him again?
Yes. Would I marry him? No.
Knowing what you know now, would you date him again? Not for the second time.
And see, she said yes, and know that she said yes because his money and his fame provide an opportunity for her to she can build on that, right? And so that's what that is. And see, he may resent the fact that she's looking to capitalize on his fame, and she's trying to build on his fame. And so that's not something that he would be interested in, because like what would be the benefit for Rick Ross to date her knowing that she's trying to grow her brand? That, you know, and men don't look at it like that. Men would want somebody who is trying to build a life with her, you know. And so, but she's not worried about building a life. She's worried about building a brand, and that's not really going to work as far as the relationship is concerned.
I'm saying for the first time. Would you?
For the first time?
No.
Oh, buckle up, baby. Yes.
Why?
It was fun.
Okay.
That was joy. It wasn't a day I didn't laugh. He cured my little pimples because I was just laughing all the time.
Yeah.
I was full of serotonin. I was full of the chemical in your brain that is happy. Yeah. I was absolutely happy. I didn't experience too many down days. It's just sitting there, you're thinking like, hey, I've been having fun for 6 months now. I need to get back to my routine. I'm waking up 5 a.m. You know my routine. 5 a.m., I'm in the gym. I'm doing that. I'm shipping orders. I'm doing these things. I need to get back to me. I need to spend some time with me. Yeah. But when you're dating a man that successful, he kind of needs you to just be about him. Which is true. And it's okay. I think that's beautiful. I think you've earned the right to do that. Yeah. When you have that kind of money, you get to dictate your environment.
But being in a relationship where you have acknowledged that you were in love, you don't think a conversation needed to be happening to say, babe, like, whatever you guys' verbiage was, like, hey, this is who I am. I've catered and I'm willing to cater to you, but I need to be moving and grooving in my own sense too, because this is what makes me happy.
I think that was.
Yeah, see, and that's it. Because Cam Newton, I'm not sure if like his girlfriend, or his fiance, she's a comedian, so she travels and she performs on stage for people, right, as a comedian. And so that's a conversation that they have, right, and that's an agreement that they have. And so when they are together, it's different, because now once they're together, maybe if they come together, they feel like they can still build a life outside of her career and his career, and come together to build a life.
Said lightly, and from that point, he posted Mackey Body every single day. Mm-hmm. Every day that he would post his brand, he would post Mackey Body. And I thought that was fly, but that's not enough for me though. Like, I'm thinking, I want to park my jet next to your jet. And it's not because you bought the jet. It's because I bought the jet. Mm-hmm. It's because I did the movies. Since breaking up with him,
yeah, see, she's more concerned, and that's and people will let you know like what their intentions are, right? So if they're in a relationship and she's worried about, being able to reach the top financially, and he already have a jet, and he already had success. And he was like, why, what do you need? Like, what do we need as if we're building a relationship together? What do we need another jet for? And this is what happens. Like, as soon as she uses him to get where she wants financially, then she no longer has use for him. And then he's not fun no more. He's going to be boring and all this other stuff. So, and he realized that, Rick Ross realized that. Rick Ross is an intelligent guy, and so that's why he didn't want to build her up. And I have even heard other celebrities say that about like dating women in the industry. Like, they'll date you because you are a celebrity, but they also want to parlay their success off of your success, and they want to use you to build their career and stuff like that. And so Jamie Foxx even said, so he tried to stay away from the women who want to be at every function, want to be seen, and just want to, to build off of, because that's not what he want. And it's not even insecurity. It's the fact that they want somebody in their life that they can build with. That's basically what it boils down to. But these people who meet them want to, it's almost like social climbing. Like, once they get to where they can go, or reach where they trying to go at, then they don't have no use for you.
Like, living on my own in Miami, thank you God for bringing me to him. Like, I would have never lived in Miami.
Yeah.
Thank you God. But since then, I've wrote an entire book. Vincent Herbert is on my team. Jasmine Rose is my manager. Like, since then, I'm a woman that has goals and a destiny and a journey, and I have a $1 billion business idea. I have $1 million plan for this year. Like, we are en route to doing what we set out to do, right? And I think that couldn't have been possible by me just like laying up with you and supporting you and at your show. I need you at my show too.
All right. And so, like I said, a lot of times they don't get it. And I don't think it's wrong, but I think if they don't see themselves as like competing with their own man, right? If y'all in the same household and she's basically competing with Rick Ross, she want to have a jet. She want to have her own jet parked to his jet, next to his jet, and it allow her to say that, I'm independent. And relationships are not about independence. It's not about two separate, you on the same path. And she don't get it. She will never be able to, with that mindset and doing things the way she'll never ever be able to keep a man like Rick Ross, a successful businessman, because it don't like it, there's nothing in it for him, just besides having an attractive young lady on his arm. Like, what is it? Like, what are we building together? If I have money already and you're trying to build your career, then what that basically says is we are more so competitors. We're more so competitors than we are teammates. And you don't want your competitor living you don't need to have your competitor living under the same roof with you.
I want that though. I want to be a man's support system in his love, but I also need to know, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Christina's locked in. She's locked in, so I'm not going to, I'm going to go do my own thing. And that's really a time for you to go do your dirt, because those type of men are dirty, like in a sense of who they're dealing with, not dirty as in filth, dirty in a sense of it's sneaky. You're sneaky, and when you have a lot of money, you believe that you can.
Is it dirty, or is that's just their lifestyle?
When you have a lot of money, you believe that you can have anything you want. You don't really take into consideration how you're hurting, or how you're helping, or how you're not helping, or how you're damaging someone else. You don't take into consideration that, yeah, I'm having fun and this is fun for me because I have money.
All right. And so throughout her whole conversation, she never even said about like what would she bring to that relationship. It's all about her and the relationship. So, and that would, in my opinion, that would even make her a not so good salesperson, because salespeople, they salespeople find out like what your need is, and then they provide that need for you. And she, throughout her whole conversation, it's about like her goals, her aspiration and her dreams. Like I said, ain't nothing wrong with having goals, aspirations, and dreams. But if you want to have a relationship and build with somebody, then you have to be upfront with this guy, and then you have to kind of like make some sacrifices. And she did not care enough about Rick Ross or the relationship to make sacrifices. And it's not just about Rick Ross, it's about any guy that she that she get into a relationship with, or any guy that she date.
But I'm really causing this person pain, right? And I won't say that's necessarily my story because I don't resonate with that, not in that scenario. But what I will say is, I wrote a whole album about it. It's available now. Fortune favors the bold, and that phrase came from us being in Dubai and looking up, and the mirror was stained, and it said "Fortune favors the bold," and we have a picture in front of it. And we looked up, and he was like, "Fortune favors the bold." He's like, "You're bold," and it just, that forever to me is funny. So it's like, I am bold, and I need you to know that I'm bold, and I'm gonna forever. And that album is about multiple people. If I'm being honest with you, it's not about one person.
But I was.
All right, so, and the thing is with that, right? A lot of times women are not willing to be a helpmate. Like, that's not enough for them to be a helpmate. And like I said, if you don't want to be a helpmate, even to a successful entrepreneur, a successful businessman, a successful athlete, if you're not willing to be a helpmate to them, then what it is that you're basically you want to compete with that person. And guys, men are really starting to recognize that. Like, either we're on the same team, or you're competing for the same resources that I'm competing with. And then once they no longer need you, Rick, his jokes wouldn't have been funny anymore. The things that he used to, that she thought was cute in the beginning wouldn't have been cute. It's just like that song, "After the Love Is Gone," what used to be right is wrong. And that's true. As long as you are a person with means, a man of means and stuff like that, you should never give up your leverage. Like, what makes you what makes you strong, what makes you powerful, you never give that up. Because once you give that up, then a woman like Cristina will not have any use for you, and then she will move on. And a lot of times she may tell you that she's not, but once that she establishes that position, she won't. Earlier in the video, not in this video, but in other videos, she even said that she wouldn't date a man that worked at Subway, right? So it's about money with her, and it's about status. That became very clear to Rick Ross. And so, he not interested in that. And most men would not, especially a successful businessman, wouldn't be interested in that. You can pursue your goals, and we can compete with each other outside of our relationship. Without having a relationship, we'll compete, and we'll see who wins then. And so that's all I have for this video. Like I said, when I started these videos, or I do these type of videos, I'm not trying to knock like a young lady like Cristina. I think she's very intelligent and articulate, very attractive, but I think that she made her choice. Her actions show that she made her choice. Her actions show that she wants a business. She wants a career over a man, right? And so, as a man looking at that, you can't get caught up in like what she say. You have to go by what she do, her actions and stuff like that. So, that's my that's my take on it. Y'all make sure to like and subscribe. Also, don't forget to leave a comment, and I'll check you all out in the next video. Peace.